Leave it running, because if this is a good one, it'll be very easy to find, because yeah, okay.
Всем привет, я Джастин, вот этот Азрен. И мы оба учителя по английскому языку и оба носители английского языка. И мы сегодня хотели показать вам, как мы здесь действительно разговариваем и владеем английским языком. То есть мы разговаривали с другими носителями английского языка и будем вам показать их сленговые выражения, разговорные выражения, идиомы, слова и так далее, чтобы вы можете понять, что мы действительно не говорим как учебники. Вы, короче, увидите небольшой разговор на улице с носителем языка. Мы будем задавать вопросы про Рождество, Новый год. И тогда вы увидите, прямо до середины видео, Азрен сделает небольшой урок по английскому о том, что они именно сказали. То есть их сленговые выражения и их разговорные слова и так далее.
Usually our family tradition is we just have dinner on Christmas Eve, and then we usually go to see all of our family on Christmas Day.
Okay. Well, we'll usually do Chinese food on Boxing Day.
Okay.
We order Chinese food on Boxing Day always. And then turkey dinner, the standard turkey dinner for Christmas. And then Christmas Eve, it's a mix. Like sometimes we do up a ham or, you know, whatever people are feeling. So it's pretty variable on those days. But Christmas, we usually do the traditional turkey with stuffing and all the fixings and Brussels sprouts for those that like them.
Classic Christmas dinner, and then yeah, Christmas Eve was like an appetizers kind of thing, and we would do like a gift exchange.
Yeah,
kind of just fun.
Few family happies.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
My favorite Christmases have been the ones where it's just like me and my close family, and we're in a cabin by a ski hill, and we just kind of hang out by the fire and play games, and you know, it's just a lot less, because I find it gets very hectic when you have all the family around and there's planning this and putting all the meals together, whereas if you can kind of simplify.
Your family's from out of town, it sounds like a lot of it anyway, Saskatchewan, Edmonton.
Yeah, some of, like my parents live in town, but like my aunts and uncles are up in Edmonton and Saskatchewan and these kinds of things, so.
Hey guys, hope you liked that minute of conversation. We've gone and pulled out about 10 different expressions that are really, really good, and 10 different words from that minute I think you guys are really going to like. We have doing blah 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 food, we have doing up some different things, Boxing Day, fixing, appies, you know, words like kinda, like, so, yeah, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's jump right in. So let's jump into the first three expressions. We have to do some kind of food, we have Boxing Day, and then we have do up something. So to do some kind of food, basically it's very similar to eat that kind of food. So if I say, hey Justin, let's do lunch, essentially that means, hey Justin, let's get together and let's eat lunch. If I said, oh, today I'm going to be doing Indian food, this means that I'm going to be eating Indian food. And so we actually heard this in the following example. If you guys remember, there's the guy who said, we do Chinese food on Boxing Day, which basically means on Boxing Day, him and his family, they eat Chinese food. Now, what the heck is Boxing Day? Well, Boxing Day is December 26th, aka the day after Christmas. Boxing Day is a day where all the stores, all the malls, everybody have very big discounts on everything that they're selling. And so, as a result, everybody goes to purchase a whole bunch of different things and go shopping on Boxing Day. Last but not least, we have to do up something, right? So the sentence we heard in the clip was, Christmas Eve is a mix. Sometimes we'll do up a ham. Basically, do up means prepare. So this sentence here we're looking at says, Christmas Eve is a mix. Sometimes we will prepare a ham. So it's something we can often do with lots of, it's an expression that's used a lot with food, as a matter of fact. So now that we've gone through those, let's jump back into our clip, re-listen, and see if you can pull some of these out as you're watching it, and see if you can actually understand what's going on.
Well, we'll usually do Chinese food on Boxing Day.
Okay.
We order Chinese food on Boxing Day always. And then turkey dinner, the standard turkey dinner for Christmas. And then Christmas Eve, it's a mix. Like sometimes we do up a ham or, you know, whatever people are feeling. So it's pretty variable on those days, but Christmas.
The next three expressions we have are fixings, gift exchange, and appies. Let's start with fixings. Fixings basically means all the different additions or toppings that you could add to a specific food. So for instance, if we had a sandwich, right? A sandwich with all the fixings might be all the vegetables, all the cheeses, all the meats, you know, different sauces, all the different things you could put in the sandwich, and the sandwich still would taste good. The sentence we heard, if you actually remember, was Christmas, we usually do the traditional turkey with stuffing and all the fixings. So there's that, going back to the previous one, there's the term do again, using that as the term for eat. Second one we have, or rather the fifth expression we have in this video, is gift exchange. Gift exchange, it refers to a variety of different games that are often played at Christmas parties, where people are trading presents with the other people at that Christmas party, right? So the sentence we heard was, on Christmas, we would do a gift exchange. Lastly, we have appies. Appies, the sentence we have is actually Justin's sentence, where Justin said, is either a few fun family appies, or he said a fun few family appies. It's one of the two. And basically appies is short for appetizers. So it's funny, a lot of restaurants actually will do what's called an appy hour instead of a happy hour. Happy hour usually is when the drinks are a little bit cheaper. So what they do for appy hour, it's a play on words, where the appetizers are a little bit cheaper. So with that aside, let's jump back into the clip where we heard these three words, and let's see if you can really pull them out.
Usually our family tradition is we just have dinner on Christmas Eve, and then we usually go to see all of our family on Christmas Day.
Okay.
Classic Christmas dinner, and then yeah, Christmas Eve was like an appetizers kind of thing, and we would do like a gift exchange.
Yeah.
Kind of just fun.
Few family appies.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
Our next two words are hang out and hectic. The first one, hang out, basically means to spend time with somebody without having any particular goal or any particular outcome in mind. So the sentence we actually heard was, my favorite Christmases have been the ones with me and my close family, and we're in a cabin by a ski hill, and we just hang out by the fire. In other words, the family is in front of the fire, and they're just relaxing, right? Maybe they're playing a board game, maybe they're doing something something small, but it isn't very stressful. There's no real outcome, there's no purpose for really being there, apart from just sitting there and being a family together. The second one we have is hectic. Hectic basically means chaotic, stressful, lots of things happening, very, very busy. Let's look at the example you heard. So we had, I find that it gets hectic when you have all the family around. This means there's lots and lots of people, and because there's so many things happening, you feel very stressed. It's a hectic situation. It's a chaotic situation.
My favorite Christmases have been the ones where it's just like me and my close family, and we're in a cabin by a ski hill, and we just kind of hang out by the fire and play games, and it's just a lot less, because I find it gets very hectic when you have all the family around and there's planning this and putting all the meals together, whereas if you can kind of simplify.
Our next expressions we have are out of town / in town, as well as up in Edmonton. Now, out of town means that somebody lives not in your current city. They live in a different city, not in yours. In town is the opposite. It means that they live in the same city as you. The sentences we heard was, the first one was one I said, which was, your family is from out of town. In other words, your family is not from the city you live in. The second one, it was someone else who said, my parents live in town, which means that his parents live in the same city as the person who is speaking. The next one we have up in Edmonton. Now, Edmonton you could replace with really any location, any city. What this means is that the city you're talking about, in this case Edmonton, is north of where you actually live. So the sentence we had was, my aunts and uncles are up in Edmonton and Saskatchewan. So in other words, we're in Calgary, Edmonton is to the north, so they live in a city that is north of where we currently are. You can use a similar expression, which is down in. So for example, for me, I could say that, oh yeah, my family lives down in Texas, for example, in the USA, because Texas is south from where I actually live, right? If we look at something that is to the east or to the west, we can use another similar expression, which is out in. So I could say, again, for myself, I'm in Calgary, I could say, oh, I have a friend who is out in Ontario, because Ontario for me is a region or it's a province that is to the east of where I actually live.
Your family's from out of town, it sounds like a lot of it anyway, Saskatchewan, Edmonton.
Yeah, some of, my parents live in town, but my aunts and uncles are up in Edmonton and Saskatchewan and these kinds of things. So
the last thing we're going to talk about are parasite words. These are words that are like, for example, like, so yeah, and kinda. These are 4 that were used quite frequently in the video clip that you heard. Now, to be honest, these are very, very informal, and generally speaking, when you are speaking in English, you want to try and avoid these kinds of words as much as possible. However, it is important that you actually are able to understand these because they are words that a lot of native speakers will use quite a bit, actually.
Ребята, мы надеемся, что этот вариант видео вам очень понравился. Настоящий английский язык на улице совсем не похож на английский язык, который вас учат в учебниках. И поэтому, если ты больше хочешь именно эти видео увидеть, то, пожалуйста, ставь лайк. Это мне поможет. You ever, like, when you say, like, a sentence and then it feels like it shouldn't end there? Ну все, ребята, не забудьте подписаться на канал, потому что у меня еще будет очень много видео на тему обучения английского языка. And I love all your beautiful faces. See you guys next time.